Hey girls! Welcome back to another week together. This week we are going to read the second part of What is Empathy, the bullying storybook that we started last week. And super exciting, I have my little love, my girl, my Maya with me. She's going to read along.
Hi guys!
So we're going to switch off on pages. If you joined us last week, then you know we started to learn the story of Sophia, Ava, and Madison, and they were starting to have some problems. Madison was being a bit of a bully to Sophia. Ava and Sophia were best friends. She couldn't understand why Ava wasn't standing up for her, why they had created a distance in their friendship. So this week we're kind of diving into Ava's side of the story and a little bit of Madison's to figure out why they're behaving the way they are, which is kind of what empathy is, right? We touched on that last week. Empathy is trying to understand the reason behind someone's behavior. So let's start chapter 2. Ava and Madison's side of the story. So I'm going to read this page and Maya will read this page.
Oh yeah!
Part 2, Ava's story. It was the first day of school. Ava was nervous. She hadn't seen her best friend Sophia since Sophia's family moved across town. That was a whole summer's worth of bubblegum ice cream that Ava had to eat without Sophia. Ava didn't know what would happen when she saw Sophia. She wasn't sure if they were best friends anymore. They used to always sit together on the bus. Ava knew Sophia would expect to save her a seat.
But Ava hasn't saved Sophia a seat. She was sitting with her new friend, Madison, who had moved into Sophia's old house. Ava hoped they could all be friends.
Don't forget the bottom.
When Sophia got on the bus, she stopped at Ava's seat. "I'm so happy to see you," she said, smiling. "Move over." But before Ava could make room, Madison spoke up. "I sit here. Ava's my friend."
Sophia sat with her friend Liam, and Ava turned to Madison. "I think you made Sophia cry," Ava said. "I didn't even get to tell her I like her new glasses." Madison shrugged. "You're my friend now. We spent all summer playing together. If Sophia was really your friend, she would have at least come to visit."
Ava thought over what Madison said. Sophia's mom didn't have a lot of money or a car. Sophia would have had to ride her bike to Ava's house. But she couldn't ride that far by herself, and her mom worked all day. Ava hasn't told Madison any of these things, but maybe Madison was right. Maybe Sophia should have found a way to come visit over the summer.
As the days went by, Ava started to feel angry. After all, Sophia had moved away and never visited. So Ava didn't stick up for Sophia when Madison picked on her. At lunch, Madison told Sophia, "You can't sit here. Too bad." At recess, Madison said their game was full. Ava didn't speak up, even though Sophia looked hurt.
But Ava saw Sophia sit with Liam at lunch and play with him at recess. It seemed to Ava that Sophia had made a new friend. Maybe Sophia didn't miss her best friend. That hurt Ava's feelings. Madison told her it didn't matter. "I'll be your friend, but I'll be your best friend," she told Ava. "When I moved here, I had no friends. Now I have you. I don't need any other friend. You don't either."
Then came the worst day. Sophia came to school wearing a shirt that Ava loved. "Isn't that shirt cool?" Ava asked Madison. "I gave it to Sophia when I outgrew it." "Why?" Madison asked. "Well, her mom doesn't have a lot of money. Sophia wears hand-me-downs." Ava didn't mean to tell Sophia's secret. It just happened. "Ew. I wouldn't wear other people's old clothes," Madison said rudely. She told all the other kids that Sophia couldn't afford new clothes.
Ava knew that Madison wasn't just being mean anymore. She was bullying Sophia. But Ava didn't think she could stand up to Madison. She didn't want Madison to bully her, too. If Madison bullied her, Ava wouldn't have any friends left. She was in what Sophia's mom called a pickle.
Mama, I think I'm in a pickle, Ava said at bedtime. What's going on? Mama asked. Ava burst into tears. She told Mama everything. She told her that she hadn't been sticking up for Sophia. Then she told Mama what Madison said about only needing one friend. I'm angry at Sophia for moving, but I've been mean, said Ava. If I were her, I'd be so sad.
Mama thought for a minute. I'm not happy with how you've acted, she said, but I'm glad you have some empathy for Sophia. Ava didn't know what empathy was. It's when you're able to understand how someone else might feel, Mama explained. Ava wondered about empathy. Did Sophia know about it? Sophia could have empathy for her?
The next day at recess, Ava was feeling grumpy again. She saw Sophia and Liam talking to each other. They looked like they were having fun. Ava wanted someone to talk to. She wasn't having any fun. She didn't think that it was fair that Sophia was having fun without her.
When the class lined up to go out inside, Sophia stood next to Ava. Maybe Sophia wanted to be her friend again. Ava decided to tell Sophia she missed her. But before Ava could tell her, Sophia pushed her glasses into Ava's face. Put these on and look at Madison, Sophia demanded. Ava was confused. She shook her head. Sophia stomped her foot. Put them on, she said, raising her voice. I want you to see through my eyes.
Do you think that works? Mrs. Hall, Madison called. Sophia is bullying Ava. She's yelling and trying to make her do something she doesn't want to do. Mrs. Hall took Sophia aside and talked to her. It looked like Sophia was trying not to cry. Why did you say that? Ava asked Madison. She wasn't bullying me. If anyone is a bully, it's you. You've been mean to Sophia since the very first day of school.
Now it looked like Madison was trying not to cry. I'm not a bully, she said. I just making sure you keep being my friend. Besides, you were mean too. Ava didn't know what to say. Madison was right. They had both been mean. But Madison was also wrong. Why didn't she think Ava wouldn't stop being her friend?
Back in class, Sophia stopped at Ava's seat. I'm sorry about today, she said. Ava smiled. It's okay, Sophia. Madison was still angry. Why did you tell her it's okay? You're my friend, Madison huffed. If you're going to be Sophia's friend, you can't be mine anymore.
At lunch, Madison told Ava, you can't sit here. Too bad. At recess, Madison said, sorry, this game is full. You can't play. Ava took a deep breath. I'm sorry. I was mean. Sophia, she said. I was sad when you moved. Madison moved in next door. She said she'd be my new friend. But why are you going to be so kind to me?
I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I was sad when you stopped being my friend, Sophia said. I can even see through Madison's eyes. It's scary to move and not know anybody in the neighborhood. I wonder if that's how Madison feels. Maybe that's why she's acting this way.
Ava remembered what Mama said about being able to understand how someone else might feel. Do you know about empathy too? She asked. Sophia laughed. Yes! At first, I thought it was a superpowers Then Sophia thought for a moment and said, "Let's stand up to Madison together, but let's do it in a kind way."
Ava watched as Sophia got on the bus the next day. Sophia stopped at Madison's seat and said hello. Madison frowned. "Why are you talking to me?" "Because she's a kind friend," said Ava. Madison glared at Ava. "She's not my friend, and neither are you." "I am your friend," said Ava. "I'm Sophia's friend too. I should have told you that a long time ago. We can all be friends."
Maybe the three girls wouldn't be best friends, but they were off to a good start. Ava was pretty sure Sophia was right. Empathy was a superpower after all.